Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video. So listen, man, before we move forward into this video, I just want to let y'all know that this situation right here might be a little hard for some people to digest. So if you can't rock with it, please watch what you say in the comment section so YouTube can get up off of me about what's being said. You know, when it's a whole bunch of stuff that's, you know, kind of harsh being said, they tend to mess with the video. So, you know, just watch what you say and, you know, just word things to where they won't be doing all this extra shit on the channel. And that's if you can respect the channel. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into this situation at hand. So basically, long story short, I want to send some love to this young lady by the name of Alexandra De La Cruz. Her child went to this daycare called Little Kings and Queens Daycare. It's in El Paso, Texas. And yeah, it's owned by Joel Hernandez and his wife. And right now, you know, it's some more information stating that the business is under Anna Hernandez. I don't know exactly what part she plays in this situation, but as far as this right here, and everything I'm saying in this video from beginning to the end is allegedly, because I don't know for sure. I have to say that for legal reasons, but I believe the mother all day long. So yes, the child was at the daycare, right? She actually addressed the daycare owner, if I'm not mistaken, and he just simply walked away from her like she wasn't really saying anything. Which in all actuality, she's already went to the hospital. She already got paperwork stating that it was something done to her child, you know, that wasn't appropriate. And I just want to say that, you know, I see a lot of people saying stuff about daycares and things like that, but you got to realize that the world is wicked within itself. So anywhere you go, it's some evil somewhere. Just be aware of your surroundings and try to be on top of things when it comes to your children. But anyways, man, so yes, the child went to get examined, and I'm guessing that they did certain things to make sure that this child was tampered with and the child was tampered with, you know, basically from what the papers are saying. But, you know, the mother is having a hard time trying to get some justice in this situation from what she's saying. She's getting threats from people saying that, you know, he's not like that, the owner isn't like that, and that this daycare isn't like that. You know, just things that people just are saying is very, very insensitive in my opinion. If a mother's coming to y'all pleading for help, I feel like that everybody should be on one accord and trying to help this woman get her justice in this situation, you know, because if you let things like this keep on going, it's going to get worse and worse. But, you know, it's more evidence that I really just can't say too much about on here because of the nature of the details. But, you know, I can say that the diaper was bloody. I seen pictures of that. And I'm not rocking with none of this at all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and watch the video, see what she has to say as well. But, you know, I do want to say that when it's a situation pertaining to children, people got to start understanding that it's not so easy for someone to let it go up under the rug. People are going to be irate. They're going to go crazy. They're going to trip, as a parent would do that actually loves their child. So yes, let's go ahead and get to this video real quick. It's under investigation right now. You already know how that shit go. But for the most part, you know, I feel like that it will be some justice in this situation. But if not, man, hey, let's just spread this out so it can't happen. I don't even want to speak on a nigga. But let's go ahead and get into this real quick and see what she has to say. It's not very long. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Great. Okay? She was right fucking here. She's a female that she got raped here. Okay?
So all that is...
On your watch, a 2-year-old got here. Fuck it.
Why would you walk off? This is her.
place where Joelle Estrada, my daughter, shut it down. Shut the f***ers down! Joelle Estrada's a rapist! Look at Pebble Hills barely doing their job when my daughter got yesterday. So I'm dealing with this situation and my job hasn't given me off. So I'm working and trying to navigate every thing right now. So the daycare owner, I'm going to reiterate the situation as calmly as I can get my message across. I dropped my daughter off at 8:30 in the morning yesterday, right? Daycare employees reported to the police at 9. They changed my daughter and there was no injury, there was no blood. I get a call at 11:34 a.m., right? And it's from this guy, Joel Estrada. And he's like, your daughter has her diaper, and I'm sitting there like, how the fuck does a 2-year-old have her diaper? I'm like, this shit doesn't make sense to me. So I was like, send a picture, and I'm coming. I want to see the cameras. I asked for the cameras 3 times before I got there, right? So I'm gonna show you guys the proof, because at this point he's having people go on Google Business and say my daughter was a random and I'm making up bullshit. Okay, I get there to the facility, to the fucking daycare. There's a new intake for a parent, right? So when you first walk in, there's someone new sitting there, and what he's worried about is me asking questions why the my 2-year-old in her diaper. So I'm asking to see the cameras and everything else. At this point, he's refusing. My daughter's father is already there, and I'm wilding the out, because the first thing my daughter tells me when I walk in, "Mama, cha-cha hurts." Cha-cha means vagina. Okay? So at that point, I already knew what happened to my kid. My kid is 2 years old. You took something from her that you can never give back. He refused to show the cameras. I called the cops. No one took me serious. No one took me serious except the firefighters. The firefighters heard me say everything I needed to say to this dumb, and then he decided to get on the phone with the police to file his own separate report. I was like, why don't you tell them you're refusing the cameras? I was like, is this why you've been going every day to that gas station to get a single condom so you can f***ing kids with that? And you know what he told me? Can you not do this in front of the new parent? I was like, nah, don't take your kid here. He's a The firefighters got there before police said. I was already at the hospital with my daughter. I requested a kid. I requested a second person. Oh my God, I can't even think right now. I requested a person that has experience for trauma for children. Nobody listened to me. They thought my daughter had a UTI or something. I changed my daughter in the emergency room. There's just shit that you cannot forget. And changing my kid, changing my 2-year-old, and hearing her cry, it hurts. Because she's so fucking cut down there. I already knew before the insane nurse came and told me she was raped. I knew it. I could see it. The same nurse went and got on Pebble Hill's Command Regional's ass because they didn't do the forms they were supposed to. They didn't take me serious. And so the same nurse came back and confirmed my daughter was, and this is the proof. Since my daughter was a random person, right? My daughter was a random person. A 2-year-old had to get a kid, bro. I come with facts. So you can keep going on Google review, Joelle Estrada, and saying that she was a random person and it's fake information. Why is there an active police report right now? Because my 2-year-old. And if I wasn't the person I am today, if this shit happened 2 to 3 years ago, it would have been a very different. Okay, guys, it's been a long day. I'm so burnt out. So update. Another parent has now came forward as a second victim. I can't. I was attempted to be silenced by my detective assigned to the case, saying that I'm blasting my daughter for getting, but if I don't talk for my kid, who will? I haven't ate. I have not slept. I'm tired, and I'm just really trying to push this movement because, I know my daughter is not the only victim, and now a few hours into the post, a second parent comes out. You please, if you had your children at this facility, I'm begging you guys, please take them to go get checked. Please. I had already went to the... Oh, I can't even breathe, man. I went to the daycare, and you know what? We're gonna hold Pebble Hills Command responsible. Also, when I reported this, they brushed me off until it was confirmed. I just had the lieutenant apologize to me, and then he's going to be looking into it on his end. But the thing is, my daughter got between 9 and 11 a.m. yesterday. They're barely going to collect evidence now. That's a failure on the police's end. You know how much evidence could be gone? Stand up, people, protest. I'm calling for a protest at Little Kings and Queens Daycare. I am calling for a protest. You need to protect your children. We now have a second victim linked to this guy.
An investigation into an East El Paso daycare center is now sparking a divided reaction among parents.
And listen, people be putting out cries for help online all the time, and people overlook them until they snap. Now, if this lady go in there and do what, you know, a lot of people want to do, she'd be wrong. But she's begging for help. She's pleading for it. And I feel like that she should be getting it, you know, immediately. It shouldn't be no hesitation in a situation like that. El Paso ain't that busy to the point where that they can't stop whatever they're doing and go help her, go assist her in this situation right here. Put his ass in some type of confinement until they can get full DNA samples from him and everything. But like she said, you know how many things could be gone by the time you're trying to get the evidence? How much evidence could be gone? Like, come on now. But let's get into the news clipping right here. And if this ain't on here later on, it's because YouTube had an issue with it. So yeah, I might just show half. I don't know. But anyway, it go. Y'all finna see right now if you made it this far. Let's go ahead and go.
Whose children attend that daycare. CBS 410's Jennifer Cuevas is in East El Paso to let you know why the daycare is under investigation and how parents are reacting.
The Little Kings and Queens Daycare is being investigated for possible neglect and abuse by the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. While details are limited on what prompted the investigation, parents I spoke to were split on the news. Some saying they want the daycare to shut down, while others hope the owners can be cleared of any wrongdoing.
They haven't shown me any reason that or anything that they're bad and they would do that. But that's from personal experience.
It just drives me crazy. I don't even know what to say. I can't even imagine how the parents of the child feel.
Current and former parents of children at Little Kings and Queens Daycare near Traywood and Yarborough had mixed reactions after finding out the daycare is being investigated.
This concerned me because they have been nothing but good to my kids, and I myself have a 4-month-old daughter.
According to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, Little Kings and Queens Daycare is under investigation for abuse and neglect. A woman who does not have a child at the daycare but heard about the investigation says the news is scary, as the business is one that is supposed to care for children.
Very disturbing. I hope the mother gets the answers.
One parent who has been bringing her 2.5-year-old son to the daycare for the past 2 months says she was shocked to hear they were being investigated.
In person, I was asking questions inside right now because, you know, there are multiple sides to the story. So I was trying to get as much information as I could. But we can only assume so much, and we have to leave the rest up to the cops.
A small group of people gathered outside the daycare saying they want it to be shut down.
All right, y'all. So listen, these are updates. I was editing this video around 1 o'clock in the morning, and I went back to go check and see about some updates, and these are the updates. So yes, y'all about to hear her give y'all more details about everything. I'm just letting y'all know what y'all about to get into. What I previously recorded was earlier, but this right here is brand new information. So all right.
Okay guys, I'm making this video because a lot of people are asking the same questions, and I'm just gonna put this out there. So I got a call from the detective assigned yesterday. After the post went viral, a detective got assigned shortly after. She told me that my daughter was gonna have to go to the location for another forensic. If you guys hear me stop, it's because I just put the baby to sleep, so I'm listening. For another forensic review, which is fucking weird to me because this nurse that I'm so tired, guys, I'm sorry. This abuse nurse that, like, how do you say, looked at my daughter, did the rape kit. My daughter confirmed to the nurse that she told him touch me. Joel Estrada is the only male in that facility. And I should have caught it earlier too, because my daughter didn't want to go with him. I don't know, and on all honesty, if this has been ongoing and on this specific day it got to, how do you say, a very severe injury. I don't know, but what I can tell you guys is when the children were in the care of Fabiola and Joel, that daycare was not, they didn't actively renew their license. I was sitting in the seat giving my statement to the detective, and I happened to, because I'm nosy, I happened to glance over and I saw the email that his wife sent the detective. It was a screenshot of a text. You guys are crazy. It was a screenshot of a detective. I mean, it was a screenshot of a text message, and it said, "We are going to cut your off." And I was like, you guys go. You do it. No, I don't condone that. But I got to the point after the forensic examination, because it's like, dude, I don't want to have to keep reliving this. My daughter doesn't really understand what's going on. She just understands that she's in pain. But me as a mom, I understand what's going on. So for them to continue to keep asking the same questions over and over, like, I feel like one time of my daughter stating it for herself should have been enough. Like, and I told the detective that. I told her that. I was like, you told me. In all honesty, it was kind of, I was led there under false, like, a false situation. I mean, it's not that serious, but if you tell me my daughter's going to get a forensic exam, that's exactly what I expect to go. I had 3 other people there I had to talk to after. Do you understand how hard it is to make a 2-year-old sit down and, you know, try to not be crazy? We were in that place from 8 a.m. till 12. I can't give you the proper statement because I'm trying to watch my kid. I can't give you what you need because I'm trying to attend to my kid. So I just feel like it was very poorly planned. I don't feel like a forensic exam needs to happen more than once after you guys collected the rape kit. It's been a day. Pebble Hills Command Station really with this, because I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. And everyone's like, oh, call the FBI. I already did that shit the day after. I couldn't do it that same day because I was already at like my max limit of dealing with this shit. So I bring my daughter to the hospital, right? And the thing that still pisses me off till this day is firefighters got there before the police did for a, like, that's weird. I feel like this, like, bro, what the, you know what I mean? So the police didn't show up until like an hour of me and the baby being in the hospital. And when they did, my daughter not understanding what happened to her, only that she's in pain. Like, okay, she may not be acting like super abnormal, but what do you expect? They're like, oh no, she probably just has a UTI. Bro, a UTI is not gonna cause a diaper to be filled with, it's not gonna cause a secondary diaper to be filled with. People don't understand that there was evidence included in this, and people say, oh, how can you do it on a 2-year-old? It's external. There's no spectrum. It's able to be done, okay? Even if, I hate talking about, even if Joel used condoms on those, there's still gonna be something left over, okay? Now, what pissed me off was the fact that PD tried to keep pushing me not to do a test. not to do any of that. Oh, it's gonna traumatize her. So you guys want me to let this get away with it, right? Because you're so convinced it's not sexual rape. It's not any of that, right? So I wish you guys could have seen the faces, because the doctors gave me shit too. I understand that you guys probably have people come in and it's not the case, but I feel like every case should be treated the same. You don't know. You know what I mean? So after they call this woman a SANE nurse. So it's a sexual assault. It's someone that's specifically trained to identify child. So I'm the one that pushed for it. The hospital didn't. I did. I said, yep, I want that. That's what I want. I want to make sure everything's okay. If I'm fucking wrong, I'm wrong. At least I know I took my steps to handle this. I would rather be wrong than to sit there and think I should have done that, or what if. No, I didn't want to feel like that. And I didn't check my daughter until we got to the emergency room. I couldn't. I saw the diaper and I was like, I'm not touching her. I don't know if there's evidence there. I don't know. So the SANE nurse had already kind of started to intake us, and my daughter, you know, she soiled her diaper, so I had to change her because, like, you know what I mean? I didn't want her to get a rash. I didn't know the damage down there. I opened her diaper and the damage was extensive. At that point, the SANE nurse had walked in and I started crying. I was like, she was Police came in like 2 minutes after the SANE nurse left, because she came in to let me know like the exam's almost ready. And I was like, I told you guys, and they didn't say nothing. They still weren't believing it. So the SANE nurse looked at the two police officers, and one of the police officers is named Officer Gonzalez. And she said, where's the forms that you guys were supposed to produce? And they're like, oh, we don't know. We thought you had it. Bro. So that's the first up, right? So now you have the original diaper from daycare, and you have my daughter's dress. There was all in the back of her dress. All in the back of her dress. And I honestly didn't even catch that until after we got off the stretcher from the firefighters. So we did the SANE exam with the SANE nurse with the exam. They're telling me under like the light the damage to my daughter, and I'm like, I'm not able to process all this shit at this point in time. Like, I'm like, what the, like, I just couldn't. And then I started to really like, it's just a situation like, you're like, is it real right now? That's how I felt. And then it hit me and I was like, this is real. And honestly, out of this whole experience, guys, don't be fighting on the live. Honestly, out of this whole experience, hold on. Who the fuck is fighting? I can't even see that comment. I think we're gonna ask a simple question. Y'all guys are crazy. How are you arguing about on a fucking live like this, bro? You guys need to stop. I'll read this after. Stop arguing about things. Stop. So honestly, with this whole experience, like I was saying, okay, Amanda, if you don't agree with it, this is what I'm gonna tell you. You could get off my life, and that's with all disrespect. All disrespect. I don't. You have been a victim, so you have this energy. You a whole grown woman. This is a 2-year-old kid. Okay. If you don't respect it, get the fuck off my life. That's it. I don't want nothing else you're saying. If you are a victim, you should definitely support this. So it makes me question: were you really a victim? This is a 2-year-old baby. Weirdo. Anyways, through this whole situation, that SANE nurse has definitely been a blessing, because she was the only one that treated the situation with the sensitivity and the empathy and everything that it needs to be. I'm gonna block her after. I really don't address like the clowns but like that shit kind of pissed me off. Like either you support it or you don't. You support it or you don't. Nobody's forcing nobody to do nothing. Hold on, you guys. I'm reading the comments. Oh, but before I forget, because I have like 7 things in my head. Pebble Hills left the hospital at UMC and left the evidence in the room of my daughter's diaper and dress, and didn't take the evidence. The same nurse is the one that I told. I was like, they didn't take those bags. There was already a patient in that room. So once I called the FBI, which was like the next day, I got a call from the Pebble Hills lieutenant or whatever the hell he is. And he was like, I'm so sorry, Miss Stella Cruz. Like, I don't want to hear sorry. I want to answer. How did y'all let that happen? I was like, I know you got body cams. All right, let me see what everyone's saying. That bitch was weird. What is wrong with you? I think people think I'm gonna be here and be like, and sit here and be like with my mouth closed. No, I got a big mouth. This is why everything's happening. That bitch is weird as. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Give me a second if y'all see me scrolling. I'm trying to get your attention. No. Let me see. Honestly, people have been sending for me all day. They're like, oh, what's wrong with her lips? Like, bro, first of all, when you don't sleep and you're not taking care of yourself because you're busy dealing with the situation, you think I'm gonna look like a 9-piece? The weird as a podcast. Okay, no. It's not about being confused or asking a question. It's the way you're stating it. Like, what's wrong with people? I don't understand how y'all have it. Like, it's like, are y'all so miserable in your life that you gotta sit here and come talk shit with negative energy? Like, bro, if you don't have no good energy, if you're not gonna share, I'm not forcing nobody to donate. It's definitely not I appreciate a share. Oh yeah, that's already I'm already working with someone for that. The people that personally know me that know that I'm always and forever stand on shit. Like, I'm always gonna speak up when something's wrong. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get to all the comments. Amanda's still going, girl, get the fuck off my live already on some weird shit. You already said what your piece and what you needed to say. Why the fuck you still here? Bye. Nah, don't. Honestly, the company my job is a good job, but it's a very strict financial firm. Like, when you're in training for the job that I was doing, you can't miss any days. It's in my contract. And of course, I didn't think some shit like this was gonna happen. Like, they even provide backup care, but the thing is, you have to be out of training to access it. I don't even have any PTO. Like, I barely started 2 weeks ago. My manager tried to work with me, but her hands are tied. HR is not willing to fucking bend. It sucks. I had requested to be moved to a separate training class, but they don't have any openings. You know what? And it's crazy to me that there's people with kids and they'll be like, oh, don't go and spread false information. I spread facts. People think like I'm sitting there pulling my ass. Like, bro, I've had paperwork, I've had police reports, I've had examinations. Like, bro, what else do you guys need from me? Like, I feel like it's crazy to me. My daughter, honestly, the interview in the morning was rough for her, and then for me, and then because like me and my daughter are like this, I have her like most of the time. Unless I'm working, I don't even go out. Like, you guys will never catch me in the club, none of that. So because of what I was feeling and I started crying, my daughter went and grabbed a tissue and she's like, Mommy, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm trying to hold my shit together because I don't want that for her, you know? And I'm like, yeah, Mommy have cocoa and I. Cocoa is like a cut. So she's like, oh, okay. She talks a lot. She talks a lot. Asking why she's doing anything now. Yeah, it's true. Because he told parents him and his wife were the owner. Yeah, I don't know who the actual owner is because I've never met Ana Hernandez. Joel and Fabiola told me that they were the owners, and it came out yesterday they weren't. My daughter, she doesn't fully grasp the situation. Like, she doesn't understand what's going on, but she knows that she's hurt because, like, even for diaper changes, it's a fight. It's a fight, and she tells me, Mommy, it hurts. And I just sit there and I try to keep a straight face because the more I cry, the more she feeds off of it. I am. I'm a single mom, and I'm not even from Texas, so everything I do is like based upon me. I don't have like people say, oh, well, that's why you shouldn't have put your kid in daycare. I don't have the luxury that I have like a village. It's me. It's literally me. I'm very, I'm very calculated. Normally I have like a plan A, B, and C. So if the baby's sick and I need to work, like I'll call my best friend and I'll have her come watch her here. But my best friend just had a baby, so it's a lot to ask someone, you know what I mean? But I don't complain about my situation. I'm very fortunate for, you know, the job that I did have and the jobs prior to that I had and the things that I have in life. I've worked my ass off to get it. So that's why it's like when people are like, why are you asking for a handout? I'm not. I just feel like I shouldn't have to choose like to throw my daughter into another daycare where she's still injured and I don't know what's happening after shit that just happened at the daycare that she's been at for over a year. Or a job. Like, it's not worth it for me, and then I still have to take her. I don't know if y'all know that, like, when a child gets, you need to go an STD test them 2 to 3 days later. That shit's a fact. CDC won't pre-treat a child like they'll pre-treat someone that's like 14 and above. My kids were going, Taylor, did you check your kids? Because another mother went yesterday and it was, I don't want to speak on that. I'm gonna let her tell her story. I have 3 people. Yeah, girl, it's hard. It's hard when you're really moving by yourself, but that's why I think it's weird when people just leave their kids with anyone because I've never been that type. I'll be overwhelmed and exhausted before I do that, and that's why it really hits me. It hits me home because, like, bro, I literally left my daughter at daycare, a place where they were supposed to protect her. I haven't when was it? I work at 8, right? So I had dropped her off at 8:30 because I was on my meeting and I was like, I'm just gonna make my daughter her breakfast and just chill with her for a little bit. I dropped her off at 8:30. My daughter wasn't even in daycare that long for that shit to happen. Happened between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And they didn't call me until 11:34 to tell me my daughter was... No, he's not in custody yet. He's not in custody yet. How long was she going to daycare? My daughter was in daycare since 6 months, but I was honestly working like since I was 7 months pregnant. I didn't really get to do the maternity leave shit. No, yeah, I see you, Nove. I see you. I'll put you on a little bit later because my phone's about to die, but I wanted to give everyone kind of an update of what today was because I know a lot of people, and honestly, I really thank you guys, everyone that pulled up for my daughter. I ended up going towards the end because I was stuck at the station with the detective and all these other people, and then I had taken my daughter to get some food, but I pulled up towards the end and there were still people there, and you know, I really appreciate everything that everyone's doing 100% because I feel like my daughter is probably not the only victim, and it came out that she wasn't. When the other mother is ready to come out and talk, I'm gonna be behind her for that. Oh, they haven't explained nothing to me because I even asked the status of the daycare and all they told me was it's closed down for today. What the f does that mean? Are you gonna close it for tomorrow too? Let me see. When I went, there was someone that was parked in the news, like a news car, She was nice. I went yesterday before they put that article out for Nick, and I tried to talk to that woman, and she snubbed it out of me. She looked at me ugly, and she snubbed me. So when she realized who I was, she called me back, and I was like, nah, get your resources. I'm gonna go interview with someone else, because you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna treat me ugly and then want to hear what I have to say. I'm gonna let you run with whatever you got going, and then we'll talk. I'm gonna get my story heard somewhere else. I don't think he's gonna try to escape. I don't know though, because he's had a daycare prior, and I can't find the reason why it closed down, but it was shut down. Him and Fabiola. This is the second daycare they own. Also, you guys, when I asked the detective about the footage today, and I had peeked over in the email, and I saw this screenshot of like the text message everyone was saying, people are sending, because Fabiola is sending everything you guys sent to Joel to the detective. So be careful, you guys. Don't up. What was I gonna say? The video footage with like a snippet of it was there, and it was Joel with my daughter and 2 other children. One of the children was a boy. He looked like he was around 4 to 5 years of age, and he was alone with the kids. And then when I asked her, like, do you have the full footage, like what's going on with it, she said that it's currently going through forensic, so making sure that nothing was deleted, because when I was there and I was waiting for the cops, he was deleting shit off his phone. The daycare was Little Kings and Queens on Treywood in El Paso, Texas. I think, honestly, guys, I think the wife knew that he had something to do with it, because they were fighting a lot lately, and I just feel like you know what your husband's being accused of, and you're the one that's sending the, you know, the text messages to the detective. You're just as bad. Before it went viral, I'm still reading you guys' comment. Before it went viral, and I was the only one that posted it, they had someone counter posted on Google reviews talking about my daughter was a random. Oh, don't let fake news, don't believe fake news, that the daycare has been open for 15 years. Their kids have went there since, and now they're 18. Bro, that daycare has really been open since 2017. Keep lying. And you're in here live. Girl, shut the up. Gabriella, shut the Don't worry about my daughter. She good. Yeah, that's what they said. They were able to, forensic is gonna see what's deleted or not. I think the wife knows though, because it's just, you know what your husband's being accused of, and you're the one sending the attachments. That's weird. I don't know if he was trying to open a strip club, honestly. I honestly have no clue, so I don't want to say yeah, and you know what I mean. I try to only spread like factual information that I know. Yeah, they deleted the Google listing, and also Little Kings and Queens page on Facebook yesterday night. Yep. There was like 3 emails for her. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know, guys, but that's all I found out. I don't think, I'll let you guys know whenever I find something else out. If you guys still want to protest, you definitely can. So, oh my God, man. Whoo, Joel's hiding. So this is the secondary step that I'm taking at the moment, because I told the police he was deleting shit off his phone. The wife of the person that installed those video cameras in the motherfucking daycare, bro, he admitted that he had to leave his phone in the car because it was too risky for the police to get it. So guess where I'm at now? I'm gonna get some answers today. Stay with Ariana, bro. Stay with her. I want the supervisor on duty. I want who's ever head in charge here out here now. Get them? I want to know why my 2-year-old rapist is still outside and not arrested and hiding. I told you guys to take the phone for evidence. I have new messages that he hid the phone. I told y'all he was deleting shit. Get your lieutenant. Get whoever is in charge here out here now. Get him. Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying. Scumbags. This is Pebble Hills Police Station. Failure to arrest. I requested a supervisor. This guy's looking at me like I got 4 heads. Bald bastard. Thinks it's a joke. My daughter's 2 years old. We're at El Paso, we're at Pebble Hills Command Center. The new information came out that was correspondent with what I was saying about Joel Estrada deleting evidence off his phone. He's still currently free and in hiding. So now I'm at the police station. I requested whoever's in charge here to come out, and this guy looked at me like I had 3 heads. So we're waiting. This is what happens when cops don't do their job. The mother takes that into her hands. I told them they was deleting, Joel Estrada was deleting messages off his phone. The wife of the person that installed those cameras in that daycare just came forward with exactly what I was saying. He didn't want to turn his phone over, and he got evidence, including in his phone, in that car. He's in hiding. I'm currently at El Paso Command Center. I requested to speak with the supervisor. I want to know why the fuck this guy's still out. And the cop thinks it's a joke. You thought I was gonna come here, pussy? I'm gonna keep live in all this. So in case anything backfires, I have this on live. This is the officer that thought shit was a joke. Bald bastard. Joel Estrada is out there safe. My daughter's still injured. No results. Whoever supports Ariana, come to the El Paso Pebble Hills Command Center. I'm already here. Two days, no arrest, no results. go check on her? I'm inside. I'm shaking. I'm so fucking mad. I already did. Another life. New evidence came out corresponding what I was saying, that Joel Estrada was deleting shit off his phone. I have the new messages from the wife of the husband that installed the daycare video in the daycare, corroborating what I was saying. Joel stated that he will not be turning his phone over to police because it's too risky. He requested the video people to show him 3 hours how to expedite the fastest way of footage. I told the police when they were at the hospital interviewing me that he was deleting shit. 2 days. 2 days, and I gotta pull up to the police station. I don't give a... That's the thing, I don't care if they can retrieve it. Time's up. Time's up. Days, 2 days. My daughter's still. They don't about these kids. They don't give about these kids. Where's the commanding officer?
He's already been notified.
Okay, well, how long is it gonna take him? How long is it gonna take him? How long did it take you guys to? How long did it take you guys to respond to my daughter's call? How long? How long? Because the EMS stopped it before you guys did. A 2-year-old. Nobody got shit to say. Why you call your mom? Why'd you do that? You know, you're wrong for that.
Do you know that's the only person that's gonna...
Oh my God, bro. Still no commanding officer. Still nothing. I don't know if they're purposely trying to piss me off or what they're trying to do, because I've already been here for 10 minutes waiting for a commanding officer. How do I have screenshots of this guy purposely saying he's not gonna turn his phone over to police because it's too risky, and putting the rest of the evidence in his truck? Is still not in jail. That's crazy. I need answers tonight. Just go stay with Ari. Just go stay with Ari. need to speak to whoever's running tonight.
I'll be right with you.
Currently at Pebble Hills Command Center, the same command center it took over an hour to respond to my kids, to only then push me away and try to persuade me not to, that my daughter's not assaulted. New evidence came to light tonight that Joel Estrada was not willing to turn his phone over to the police because it was too risky, and the rest of the evidence, including the phone, would be placed in his truck. The same truck the police escorted him to. Can you go sit with her? Seriously. I'm on camera. Whatever they do to me, it's recorded. Why is this funny to you? Is it funny my 2-year-old got, you know what, we're gonna turn this camera around. Is it funny my 2-year-old got, do you see this? And Rob, why can't you talk to me? I thought you were commanding officer here. So where's the supervisor? I thought you just said you were gonna talk to me. You're okay, goofy. Why is there not a supervisor stationed here all of a sudden? You see the smile he had on his face? He thinks it's funny at 2 years. I think it's hilarious, apparently. I'm gonna go check on my daughter since they're making anyways. Don't worry, I'm not going nowhere. You'll still see my face. Goofy. D, how she's doing? Over there, bitch. Said he was a command officer, he was gonna be right there to talk to me, and then he's like, after I put the camera on him, he's laughing. He's fucking laughing. He's like, oh, the commanding officer's on his way. I said, how the fuck don't you have a commanding officer here? I thought you just said you was gonna talk to me. He's a fucking idiot. It's all on camera.
Let's put you reverse it, okay? There's allegations that are made, right?
Right.
You would expect evidence to complete probable cause, right? Well,
You have two taken statements from the workers stating that when they changed my daughter at 9 a.m. that injury and that was not there. At 11 a.m. it was there. What happened between 9 and 11? So I provided you my report number. So how about you go get your feet wet and let me know what's going on?
Okay, you have detectives. If you really want to find out.
No, I request you.
I have no authority to look up.
Oh, he has no authority. Okay, so I just talked to a lawyer and he said you're doing that. To come back in here and request it. No. So are you refusing, officer, to take a look at the status of what's going on with my report?
Well, I'm advising you to talk to the detective.
And I'm advising you to get your feet wet since you drove all the way here and go check.
We're driving here because this is where I work.
You said you were going to check the case. You gave me the
number. No,
number.
I wasn't.
We got you on camera stating you was.
You gave me the case number. I wrote it down.
You said okay.
So then what can you do with that? What can you do with that?
I would advise you to call the detectives.
There's nothing you can do?
I'm not a detective now. I don't investigate
So only
this case.
only detectives can...
No, the situation is it's being turned over to the investigation. For me to interfere on the case would ruin the case. Like, doesn't that make sense? Wouldn't you expect one investigator to complete the case from A to Z?
So why did it take you 2 days to go investigate and get evidence from the daycare?
Because I don't know, ma'am. I'm not
Oh, that's crazy. What do you know?
Detective.
Do you know anything?
Not anything about this case.
Well, goddamn. That's crazy.
So who does know something about the case? You work here.
You run this facility and you don't know anything.
You're a supervisor.
Correct.
And you can't look into anything? You can't even tell
tell us who is on the case?
I would know. I don't know.
That's a lie, because I've called here and they found the detective.
You should have access to that.
You don't have that information. You
Pebble Hills is refusing to help
don't have
out.
that information.
A father who used to bring his daughters to the daycare as recently as a couple of weeks ago says he is relieved they are now going somewhere else.
When I heard the news today and where it was and the daycare, it just like, I started going back on my memory of everything I ever thought I was overreacting or anything.
As for the daycare's license, the daycare still has a valid permit according to the Texas Human Health and Services Department. The agency says the daycare's permit will vary depending on the results of the investigation. I'm reporting in East El Paso. Jennifer Cuevas, CBS 4 at 10.
And I understand what their father is saying in totality, because you got to realize that a lot of people are, you know, very hesitant with leaving their children with people due to the fact that things like this happening on a continuous basis. You know, it's not nothing that you can just stray away from. It's everywhere, like I said before. You know, a lot of people try to blame certain situations in certain environments, but you can't do that because it's really not like that all the time. You know, you can literally let your child be in a car or get a haircut, anything. Not saying that anybody I'm associated with will possibly do anything like that. I'm just saying in general. You can't trust nobody nowhere, at the grocery store, at schools, anywhere. And listen to your children no matter what. But, you know, as of now, everything is speculations. The only thing that we can do is just sit back and just wait for the full, you know, evidence to come out for everybody to just see it and, you know, pick apart what they want to pick apart from it and just actually try to put a summary together with what took place. But I feel like that the mother is not lying about what she's saying, due to the fact of her going to actually go and get paperwork done on this child. And I'm saying that I don't think that she's lying because, I mean, they did say that something did happen to the child in that area. It might not have been at the daycare, it could have been anywhere, but I'm saying something did happen to the child. But I am rocking with her, and it is what it is, you know. I know these are heavy accusations to put on people. That's why I'm saying that we really just don't know, but I can, you know, say how I feel, you feel me? And I feel like that a mother wouldn't come out here playing like that for nothing, in my personal opinion. But overall, man, let me know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section, and tell me, do y'all feel like that people should, you know, be able to see the cameras at all times when their children are at a school? I feel like you should. I feel like you should be able to log in and see whatever you want to see at any point in time. You paying too much money every week or every month to not be able to get full surveillance or full access to your children. In the time and age that we in right now, in the time and day and age that we in right now, you know, you should be able to see everything, and it shouldn't be a problem too. But anyway, go, man, that's all I gotta say. I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about everything, and I'll holler at y'all later on another video. All right.